Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Reassembly. Last episode we fought a hard battle against Darth Vader and I think we mostly won that. So let's look at upgrading our ship this time. What actually this one? Yes. Because we have a couple of spare points kicking around. And I think we don't have enough missiles. I don't think you ever have enough missiles, but that's besides the point. Let's see. Ooh, 1 point too many. Ah, that's easy. We just slim down the thrusters, replace the 5 pointers with 4 pointers. Now we have 1 point. To spare. And we now have more firepower. Okay, we have our core empire and we're slowly building down. So let's continue this trend. Damage the station, that one needs some saving. Vader, another one. This one is white, not black. That's also interesting. Oh, so many missiles. So let's build some more things. As we can. Let's see, needs another 240, so that's about 1100 points. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just slowly grab this one. Another 500 upgrade points. And we have enough points to build. Ah! The Fentanyl Mark II. Oh yes, this was the upgraded version of the Fentanyl regular edition. This time with more missiles and a bigger gun. And more armor, most importantly, more armor. To help it stay alive in the cold, dark harshness of space. Okay, let's continue southwards. Building points, yes. Always need more building points. Wow, that one exploded. So at some point you have a critical mass of missiles and there's just no escaping the flurry. The largest thing around. Let's shoot that first. Research centers. 2,500 points. That's always nice. Explode. Building a whole bunch of stations here because we can. think that one of the next station designs needs to be something that's big and threatening and imposing and all that good stuff. Something that actually looks like a station rather than just a glorified turret. Not that I have anything against turrets, mind you. It's just that sometimes a space station just needs to look like a space station. And there is a station thing a bit to the south, but I also seem to have overlooked something to the north. So after we grab this, we go back. Ooh, farmer faction. With their angry grass with the missile launchers and stuff on it. So let's trim the weeds. Is the largest ship remaining, I think. Oh no, there's still some down. Well, yes, okay. So let's grab our station here. And at least we have something to fall back on. Let's drop another larger ship down here as well. Interesting thing about these farmers is that their hull can actually sustain plants growing on them, which is a cool concept. Oh no, I'm not going to trade. Not going to spend my hard-earned R. Okay, but stations of that. Almost all the plants gone. Nope. Especially with all these explosive missiles. Okay, so we got over 3,000 points. So let's upgrade a couple times. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Angry Snowflake. I think by now this is a Mark II. So let's name it Mark II. Oh yeah. So we can store it and then we can continue working on it because we have 600 points to spend. That's a lot. That's very much a lot. So we can at least upgrade our booster infrastructure on all sides. Let's see, 9, 5, 4. Just have a nice tower of boosters. Like so. I think we were, yeah, we had them on the inside, so take that one out. Copy that one. Let's see, here we're already doing that. Let's see if we fit one of these, take it out, copy and flip. Can we fit it on? No, I need to move some missiles around. There's only a single launcher that got lost. So this one, so and it's actually fully attached. And of course now it needs to be symmetrical. Because so we do it like so. And let's see. Yeah, it won't go further than that. Because let's see. We can just add more missiles to this. So we can just basically do this. Take that all away. Take that single missile launcher away. We just select this, we clone it, we rotate it, and we stick it to this side. So, more missiles. Let's see. Add a couple of these really big ones. Yeah, now we've got about 100 points left. I think we can put another one on each side and then just take a small launcher off. Let's see, for fun, does this fit? Does. So that's pretty nice. Then we got a couple spare points. Maybe add some more point defenses. And that's already too much. Right. Then we can just add some plasma condensers because they are cheaper to fit. So, bristling with guns. This is a Mark III now. And still, this is the only decent way to get more ARC collection, is it? Or fit power conduits, but let's see how this works. Okay, everything is done with building. So you plant are the test. So plant wiped out of existence. Let's see, I mentioned there was a damage station up there. Let's go back there. Let's see, go in between, yes. So. And let's grab it. Okay. So, station design. So, if we want to make a Mark III Fentanyl, currently we're limited to 1300 points because that's all I can carry. But let's see, what's the limit for this one? Actually, if we stick it for ourselves, we can actually see what the R limit is on this one, so that's good. So this also has a limit of 1300. Probably because we have 1000 in the core, yeah, and then every 2 generators in the factory, that adds up to 1300. Okay. So, station. We can add a crystalline sliver over here, add one over there. And we can switch to regular crystals. Do the same thing over here. Okay, then that's upsize a little. I think it's not going anywhere. Might as well make it big and imposing. So, quickly thinking, let's just build a shell around the entire ship, with the exception, of course, of the factory. But if you just build a huge shell around it, we ought to be very well protected. So we can actually just make a really big diamond out of this. So, bottom side is done. Let's see. And we can just do some rearranging of where things are located inside of the crystal. But this will be the base structure. I think it looks pretty cool. And we can just take out a crystal here and there and just fit it full with guns. So this one needs to be on the outside somewhere. And the center core needs to be hooked into it very, very strongly. These things take 2 seconds to grow, so we don't want a single connection that if it breaks that the entire crystal fades, because that would be sucky to say the least. Let's see, I think we need to get rid of these and then we can... off by a little bit. Let's see. If we just take the entire thing, just keep the core. Easier to work when there's nothing in the way. Need to make it one larger to actually have a center diamond, because now it's there's no center diamond. Rotate back you. Okay, so 4 on that side. Let's see, there's 4 there, so this is then the center diamond. Will you please rotate? Yes. And rather than doing it this way, just clone the entire row. That's bound to go faster. Okay. So we can just keep this upright, put a small crystalline on the bottom. And then just figure out a way to make it fit. In the center of this thing. So let's see. Oh, wait. I think we can. It's a station, it doesn't need to be properly centered, so now it just fits. That works. Okay, so power conduit. This puppy needs some power. Also increases our storage, which is useful. Okay, so if we are, let's take out the bottom and put in a factory. Need to actually have a docking hole of sorts. Or maybe we need these. It's not, the point is too flat. Okay, so we just want to fill this up a little bit. Like so, and then let's see, where's the flat ones? There. Put those in. One more down. Okay, so actually just needs it needs to be one further down to have all 4 connector hooks, and then we have an even number. Architecture with crystals. Wait, trickier than it looks. See, this almost fits. Dang it. Oh, wait. Being silly. Oh, wait. Actually, in that case, we could already have done that further up here. Okay, problem solved. Oh wait, actually this is only sticking to one of them as well. So we have really poor fitting options on the side. But the important thing is basically that no ships try to spawn inside of there. And this, putting the wedge in there ought to be enough. Maybe even put a small crystalline thing in there. No. Wedge it shall be. Okay, so we have a factory. And let's put another factory on top as well, just to increase its construction power. So now we know how we do this. Suddenly makes it a lot easier. So this one can build quite some ships at the same time. I mean, it's got 4 slots on each side where it could spawn a core. So that's got to be pretty decent. Okay, so we have a bunch of power and we have factories and we have a bunch of armor. Let's do interesting things. So if we make holes on all the core sides, then we can put guns in there. Okay, these are too big. These are also too big. Wow. And this doesn't fit properly. Okay, not an issue. So wait, let's see, missile launchers. We might. These things need to be at the edge, because they actually go somewhere. Missiles, they have a habit of just materializing and going through things, so we can put those further into the core. So doing something like putting it over here, and then we make a big hole. Then we can put multiple huge missile launchers there on one side, and we can do a similar thing over here and aim them the other way. So that's quite some firepower. And oh yeah, we actually have the space to fit small ones on the opposite side. And this station now has grown beyond my capabilities to build it with the current buildership. Small interesting detail. But it's probably going to show up for NPCs at some point, because they have a habit of just building the stations that can be built, not necessarily the ones that I can build. Okay, so more guns, and I really want some of these big ones. This would look awesome, right? Just have some insanely large guns on the outside. I mean, almost 500 damage per shot, up to 1800 away. That's a silly range. It's also a silly price, but right. So we need to put some of the smaller point defenses on the inside. Oh. You go over there. Do that here as well. Let's see, can we fit a plasma condenser? Yes, we can. up there, put one up here. Okay, and this is the diamond. And we just copy it back here, delete the design, restore the angry snowflake. They wanted something achievable. Kind of missed my mark there. So let's see. Oh, this is interesting. It rotates it to match the direction of the core. I mean, just taking out a couple of things is not that much of an issue to make the points work out. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And we are now under 1300. So this is the diamond light. Because we can spawn one of the diamond lights. Make that our final thing for this episode. Spawn a diamond light. Ooh. Resources. So I'm wondering how this faction actually does the spawning of larger ships. Okay. Diamond light. Go! It's bumping into the rock. Let's see if we can push it away a bit before it explodes itself. Let's see, we can also just start shooting the rocks that are in the way. See? That's just a creative way to solve this problem. Rocking away, just blow it up. Oh, okay. Now it's... I think it's ready, isn't it? Yeah, it's ready. Yeah, and it's already building ships. Awesome. It's building puffer fishes. Cool. And we are next to the city faction with their buildings attached to asteroids or something. Yes. Well, that's fun for another episode. So now we have a station. It's the light version. We still need to increase our production capabilities to make it the larger ones. But for now, that will do. It looks more like a station than the small outpost I've been building so far. And that's what is important. Okay, well, and with that, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.